Good morning and welcome to the ADS Securities Markets Update. Beginning with the Asian session today, there were a collection of economic releases from New Zealand, Japan and China, which had a slight impact on the market across the session, while the US dollar bids remains as oil prices fell below $60 yesterday. Beginning with New Zealand, the business manufacturing index eased back toward 55.2 in November, down from 58.9, and this is the first monthly decline in 3 months and also the lowest level almost in almost 4 months. In Japan, the industrial production also figures for the month of October has been revised upward to rise by 0.4%, up from the initial reading of 0.2%, while the estimates were to remain unrevised at 0.2%. However, this is the second monthly increase in a row. In China, the economic slowing down continues as the year-over-year industrial production came in worse than expected, declining towards 7.2% in November, down from 7.7% in October, while it had been anticipated to slow down slightly towards 7.6% only. And this is the second slowdown in a row and the lowest reading over 3 months. The year-over-year retail sales in China also came in better than expected, rising by 11.7% in November, while the estimates were to remain stable at 11.5%. And this is the highest year-over-year increase in 3 months. And finally, the fixed asset investment eased back toward 15.8 in November, down from 15.9 as widely expected. However, this is the lowest reading on record. As for the European session ahead, there are a few economic releases from the UK and the Eurozone which may have a slight impact on the market ahead of the weekend. Beginning with the UK, the construction output is expected to rise by 0.8% in October, comparing to a rise of 1.8% in September, which would be the second monthly increase in a row. In the Eurozone, the industrial production is expected to rise slightly by 0.2% in October, comparing to a rise of 0.6% in September, which would be the second monthly decline in a row as well. Finally, the Eurozone employment change is expected to rise by another 0.2% in the third quarter of this year, comparing to the same rise in the second quarter of this year as well, which would be the third consecutive or quarterly increase in a row not seen since 2008. Going forward to the US session today, we will be focusing on 3 economic releases across the session. The PPI is expected to decline by 0.1% in November, comparing to a rise of 0.2% in October, which would be the first monthly decline in 2 months. However, the core PPI at the same time is expected to rise by the same rate of 0.1%, comparing to 0.4% during the same period, which would be the second monthly increase in a row. Finally, the University of Michigan consumer sentiment is expected to tick higher again to 89.6 in December, up from 88.8 in November. And these are all the economic releases that we will be waiting for today. Looking quickly at yesterday's development, the crude oil prices passed ADS Securities target at $60, noted in our previous reports when oil prices was trading around $87. In the meantime, closing the week well below $60 may clear the way for further declines and further losses toward $55 for now. This is it for today. You can follow us on our social media sites, Twitter, Facebook and YouTube, to get the latest economic releases, reports and analysis. Thank you for watching and have a good weekend.